Hey guys, Big John here. So yeah guys, it's January, another beautiful day, man. So I figured I'd do some work on the boat after work. So yeah guys, anyways, just giving you guys a reminder, it's halfway through winter, maybe halfway. It's a good time guys to go to your boat. I leave my batteries in the boat year round, but it's a good time to go to your boat and charge your batteries. I like charging them 2-3 times throughout the winter, and that, keep them in good shape. And if you got a built-in battery charger, remember that only charges your trolling motor battery. So make sure you also, unless you got a triple bank charger, make sure you also charge your cranking battery too. You're going to keep the life of your batteries up that way. So yeah, guys, I just did one little project here. So I guess you call it your water out tank. What happened last year, the guy was out fishing. I just bought this boat this year, and the thing slid into the motor, so it filled up the bottom there, and yeah, the water wasn't pissing out. So anyways, I got a new end for it, put it out, just clamped it all in, you can see. So there we go. So we're good to go again. There was no harm done. All he did was pull the hose through and tape it off so it wouldn't go back into the motor. But I wanted to fix it. So yeah, guys, I'm taking the motor in to get a few things done. It's a new motor. It's like when you buy something used, you don't know what's been done to it. I got receipts for all the work that's been done on this motor over the years, and I noticed that it's never had an impeller change. So guys, that's not something to play with. I'm going to take it in, I'm going to get a new impeller put on it. An impeller is what pumps the water through. You want to make sure that's good. Another thing I'm checking while I'm here is I'm going to check all the hoses. I want to make sure all the hoses are good. Most of them are on the other side. Let me bring it over here. Most of your hoses are all here. They all look pretty good. What you're basically looking for is like dry crack hoses. If any of those are bad, or any that are abrased, then you're going to want to change those too. What I'm trying to do is make sure it's preventive maintenance. You're out on the water, you don't want to break down. So yeah, just a couple small things I'm getting done to the motor. Another thing I'll show you guys, you want to make sure all your bolts for your coils, when you got these big 2-strokes, you get a lot of vibrations on the boat, so things loosen up. You want to make sure all your coils are tight, your coil packs are tight, because your coils, a lot of them are grounded too, hey? So if they loosen up, you can lose power, and if you lose ground. So you want to make sure that those are all tight. I'm no mechanic, like, I take it to a mechanic, but I'll do the small things before it goes, that way it brings the bill down a bit. So, checking this. One thing I did notice, guys, and this is a cheap part, but you'd hate for that to break down in the water, is the Bendex on the starter. The Bendex on this starter is starting to get a little bit chewed up, so I might get them to change the Bendex on the starter. That's another thing. You could be in the middle of summer out on the water and the Bendex screws up. You could be off fishing for 3-4 days waiting for a new Bendex to come in. So if that's, it's a good time of year, get that stuff fixed and ready to go. These 2-strokes, I mean, they're great motors. They last a long time if you take care of them. And the other thing I'm going to do is make sure that I'm getting sufficient oil sufficient oil mixture going, So that'd be the worst thing. You don't ever want to blow your power heads or anything like that. So I'm going to have them do an oil test on it. They call it an oil consumption test. Yeah, and that's it. Pretty much. The only other thing that's notorious for these are a diaphragm in the fuel. It's like the fuel pump or whatever. So I'm going to have them check that too. Make sure that's good. But other than that, it's good. I'll get my lower unit oil changed, and we'll be good to go. You can see this motor's had all new gaskets put on it, so it should be good. should be good to go, guys. Check all the bolts, make sure they're all tight. You know, everything will be good. Cheers, guys. Thanks for watching. Love yous all. Don't forget to subscribe, man. Be positive. Don't be negative. Negative people suck.